Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Hey guys, I'm back, and today I've got my Barbie shirt on, which you can't really see. And I am really excited because I'm gonna be checking out the new Barbie style signature gold label doll. Or newish anyways, because I am in Canada, which means it's new to me, because we're, you know, behind and delayed, and that's okay. I'm still excited. However, I just don't feel like my current look, if you guys can see it, I don't know why I'm gyrating against the air, is gonna match Barbie's new style. So I think I need to change into something a bit more stylish, but what will I wear? I'm stroking my goatee. I don't have one of those. I do have a mustache. But for real though, let's change. Olay! Too plain. Too fancy. No, definitely not. Nope, nope, no. Wait, Mike, where's my really old fancy stuff for like interviews? With the shoulder pads. I wore it that one time.
What time? Probably in the closet.
What do you mean it's in the closet? I looked there.
Right.
Yes, with my eyes.
Sure.
Yes.
Did you move things?
No.
I bet I'll find it.
I bet you won't.
Found it.
Okay guys, I've got all these clothes now, and obviously I have chosen a winner. And I definitely saw it myself, just so we know. Thanks Mike, love you too. So I'll be right back. Again, that's better, kinda. Ooh, those shoulder pads. You know, all kinds of business professional. Oh, I forgot to put my button, hold on. Buttons, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh. Don't know what I'm doing. I haven't worn this in like 8 years. This was for a job interview. I knew there was no point getting rid of it. It all came down to this. My hair though, it's there. It's there. Okay, so now back to our Barbie. I feel much better about this now. The style matches the style. Barbie's style. All right, so as I was saying earlier, this is not exactly a new review because this doll has been out for a while, but either way, I'm still really excited for it, and not everybody has them yet, so maybe the review will still be useful to you. Or maybe just the facts that come along with it. Like, this Barbie style doll is the first of 4 that are gonna be released in this series or collection, and as far as memory serves, I think there were only 20,000 made. So it's not exactly super exclusive, but it's still really, really cool. Also, if you didn't know, Barbie fans actually had a hand in choosing what looks would come in this set. So it's almost like we had a say in what we get, but also not at all. So I'm aware I haven't really done much here, and that's because I like to talk, obviously. And also I haven't told you how much it costs yet, so let's just do that and then we can start opening. So I picked this up on Amazon for 160 Canadian dollars. That's nuts, by the way. That is after tax, but it is important to note that tax is, you know, part of the overall price. So if somebody says, hey, this is $10 and you bring $10, but you show up and it's like, oh, but it's 15 after tax, you'd been like, well, would have been good to know that, so I could have prepped. So yeah, that's, yep. So it was $160 all said and done. And in the States, the base price is $100. Unfortunately, I don't know what the taxes are like since every area is different, but you will know based on where you live, and that's what matters. I just hit myself in the chin. And that's it for pricing, which means we can open, but I just want to quickly show you what it comes like straight from the box. So the package for the doll itself is wrapped in tissue paper, and this was slid inside of a Mattel box. But basically, it's about this big. You're welcome. Very, very descriptive, I know. And it's sealed at the back with some tape. So I'm just gonna open this up. There we go. And we can open. Ooh, so pretty. I don't know if I'm casting shadows, but basically we've got a white box here with some marble effect. And it kind of just looks like a bathroom counter, which I'm loving. I mean, I don't know why I went with bathroom. There's kitchen. But anyways, I really like it. And there's this little pale pink square in the center that says Barbie in a black circle at Barbie style. And then on the back, we have different pictures of Barbie and the accessories on their own, and they've mixed and matched here to create different looks. I'm excited to open this, and of course for you guys to actually see things better. So now we'll switch down to the table where we can see everything close up. But my super awesome shoulder pads are a little restricting, so sadly, I think I'm gonna have to remove that first. But don't worry, I'll put it back on to end the video because, you know, consistency is key. I'm a Barbie style girl, sitting in a chair. Can't move my shoulders, cause these shoulder pads. I can flap my wings, cause I'm suddenly a bird. But I can't groove right, 'cause I can't move right. Come on, Jenny, change your clothes now. Yeah. Come on, Jenny, change your clothes now. Ooh, time to mix some Macarena with some Spice Girls. I gotta stop. Time to just take it off. I gotta move my arms. This is too much for me. This is too much. I can't handle it. There we go. I can breathe again. Look at them shoulders go. Okay. Time to be normal again. Normal's boring though, just so we all know. But I'll try to act like it for you. And now, down to the table. Yeah, I already gave up. So here's the front. Once again, we already know it's super cute, looks like a bathroom counter, oh so adorable. And of course, on the back, we have all kinds of artwork showing different styles Barbie is wearing based on the outfit selections within the box. The only thing left to discover is whether or not it's held closed by magnets or Velcro. Here we go! And the answer is magnets. But that's not what you're here for. You want to see Barbie and her new fashions, and maybe some artwork on the inside panels of the two doors. So let's start there. On the left side, we have a white to pink ombre background that says Barbie at the bottom. We also have a picture of Barbie standing in her new pink suit, and just to the side and behind her, we can see her other new fashion accessories on display. On the inside of the right flap, we have a black background with a white border, and two pictures of Barbie in her new look. And it says at Barbie style in the bottom corner. And in between these two doors, we of course have our doll and her new looks, which we are able to see because it's all nicely displayed behind a sheet of plastic. The only thing we can't actually see is Barbie's body in the center. So now I'm just gonna pull out this piece of plastic so we can see what she's hiding. The rest of her body. Who would have guessed? So from what I can tell, Barbie is very securely fastened to her box, and in order for me to take her out, I will have to remove everything because these are not individual sections. There we go. I'll just put her down here. And underneath this section, we have a certificate of authenticity and a doll stand, or at least parts of one. Where's the stand part? Is it attached to the back? Oh, yep, there it is. So I'm just gonna take this out so that we have it ready for our doll once I unbox her. So everything back here is actually pretty easy to open, or at least so far it is, because we've only got a series of tabs, and if I push in on both sides, then I can push the plastic through the box. Ta-da! And just like that, the doll is free. Mostly. But these ones here aren't really a problem, because they sort of just come apart from themselves. Like that. The only thing I'm not a super fan of is this section here, where they attach her head to the plastic with gibbers going directly through her scalp. And I know for a fact that I am not the only one who's bothered by this. At least they're on this side of the plastic though, so I'm not at risk of cutting her hair. The real issue here, and you might not be able to see it, is just going to be carefully trimming down the leftover plastic posts so that we don't, stab ourselves whenever we try to zhuzh. Luckily, it is currently in a hairnet, so that's sort of keeping away any frays that I might accidentally cut, and I feel better about trimming them. But that's not always the case. Today, it worked out though. So now I'm just gonna take off her hairnet and put her on her stand. Ew, that looks so gross. They've bunched it up. I was so confused for a second there. Ooh, I feel wrong just touching that. Next up, we have our doll stand. So there's a base, this transparent pole, and our waist hugger. Now, funny enough, considering the price of this doll, the base is a really cheap feeling plastic. It wasn't a cheap price, so I'm feeling a little cheated right now. But anyways, it is still, of course, a doll stand, and it does what it's meant to do, or at least I assume so. Let's put our doll on it and see. And it does. She's a little underdressed at the moment, but we'll take care of that in just a sec. But of course, first we need to check out her straight from the package look. Starting with her hair, which comes in this shoulder length, wavy blonde style, which is pulled back on either side just behind her bangs. And it's all secured with a clear rubber band. And then on the front, we've got a pair of metallic silver cat eye shades, and these are held in place by some pieces of thread which match her hair color. So if we give those a snip or just carefully pull them out, they're totally removable and completely metallic. When it comes to her face and makeup, I believe this Barbie has a Millie face sculpt, and I'm not positive as to whether or not this is printed or screened or if that's even the same thing, but regardless, it all looks good. The colors are bright. I'm not seeing preventing any scratches or defects. I also really like that her eyes are both looking in the same direction, which in this case is right. It almost makes me feel like she's hiding a secret and looking off towards a surprise. She's got brown eyebrows, blue eyes, black mascara and eyeliner, faint blushing on her cheeks, and a light pink lip color. Moving on to the rest of the body, Barbie does come wearing a plain white t-shirt and a pair of matching underwear. I'm going to take these off so that we can check them for quality and of course see what her articulation is like. Spoiler alert, she has a made-to-move body. Jen is very happy and sorry for ruining it for you. First up, we have our t-shirt. It's plain, there's not really much to comment on because it looks really good. There's no wonky cuts, the stitching is clean, and even the Velcro is attached really nicely. It opens at the back with one super long piece, and even inside here the stitching is nice. I don't even have little bits to cut off. I don't know what to do with myself right now. Next up we have her underwear, and just like the shirt, they are plain, white, and very nicely made. I don't see anything worth complaining about. The stitches are good, the cuts are good, the elasticized waist works, it's nice and stretchy, but also nicely fitted to her body when she's wearing them. I wonder if we can shoot them. Boing! And now the articulation. I'm actually really excited about this. I know I briefly mentioned it, but I haven't had very many opportunities to get made-to-move dolls because people buy them up and sell them for crazy prices unless you're buying the wonderful Abilities dolls, which come with wheelchairs. They aren't really a thing for us here, so this is always going to be exciting to me. However, when I was undressing her, I did notice that she is very, very stiff in some sections, mostly the elbows, and unfortunately, the top section of my elbow here is essentially not made to move. And I wonder if it's going to be like that for this one. No, this one moves just fine. That really sucks. It really does seem as though it's glued there, and I don't want to apply too much pressure just in case it breaks. Maybe it will loosen over time. I don't know. If we carry on as though there was absolutely nothing wrong with my doll, then we would have your amazing made-to-move body here, giving us all sorts of articulation, which would include her head, shoulders, upper arm, the double-jointed elbow, but you know what, we'll just look at this one because it works, along with her wrists. And it is a little hard to tell, but she does have painted white fingernails. If we lift up her arms, she has a swivel under her bust, each leg at the hip, as well as her upper thighs, and they are really, really stiff, along with double jointed knees and ankles. And once again, she does have painted nails. I am sure a lot of people are going crazy over these, but they just look really, really funny down there because she doesn't have individual sculpted toes. They sort of just look out of place for me, but I'm sure a lot of people are saying how much they love them. I'm probably gonna be the only person who thinks they're funny looking. And oh, yay! Oh, I bent in her arm and it didn't break. Is that a thing now? Did it warm up? I don't care what happened. It's not broken, but it is working. All right, disregard my previous sadness. Everything is fine, and our doll can be modest. Ah, I love that for me. I'm so excited. Apparently, I'm easily impressed. Oh, you moved your elbows today? Fantastic. So here's our first outfit, and it consists of a pink blazer or suit jacket, some matching pants, trousers, slacks, whatever you would like to call them, some black strappy heels with a square toe, silver running shoes with black details, which are actually currently attached to one another. Let's just pop it apart. Now we have two instead of one giant one. And finally, a shiny pleather black clutch. And it totally opens. There's a piece of Velcro underneath this silver buckle, and inside it is in fact lined, so they haven't cheaped out here. I love that. Does it stick back together though? It does, just not very well. It's got some ruching over there too, or pleating. I don't know, but it looks really nice. Fancier than any bag I have, except for my super cute bee tote, of course. I prize that thing. Now, before we dress our doll, of course, we're gonna need to check out each article individually. So I'm gonna start by taking this blazer off the plastic dress form we have, although it's more of a flat piece of plastic than it is a dress form, but it still counts because it is forming the garment. It's got phony arms and everything, so I'm definitely gonna keep this. It's gonna help to keep the shape when she's not wearing it. So here's our blazer, and while it may be obvious that it is super pink, what you might not have expected is how crunchy it is. I don't know, I find it really weird. It's a very soft fabric. It almost feels silky in a starchy kind of way, and I didn't expect that. I'm not seeing anything out of place, no weird cuts, the stitching looks excellent. It is lined inside, except not in the sleeves. And right in the back here, I see the Barbie signature tag. That just makes me so happy. I don't know why, but it does. It's got some real pockets in the front, a faux button on the left side. It's just meant to look like it's left open. And we also have some faux buttons on the back of the cuffed sleeves. There's 2 on each. Lastly, I am a really big fan of the lapel and collar. They've added a little stitch to each side to make sure that they lie flat, and I really love this because most times they look something like this, and that doesn't impress me, but this is good. So that's it for the blazer. Although I just realized I'm gonna need to put her t-shirt back on, otherwise she's going for a very risque look, since we know this doesn't close. Next up, we have her matching pink trousers, and these also come on a form, except this one is cardboard. So there's not much to these. They have some stitching in the front to make it look as though there is a zipper area, which of course there's not. And then there's a small piece of Velcro in the back where we can open them and put them on the doll. A quick look inside tells me that everything is stitched together really nicely. Not seeing any threads I need to snip, nothing out of place. It all looks really good. And that's the end of the trousers. Technically, I've already shown you the clutch, but here it is again. It looks really nice. It's a shiny black pleather. The only complaint I have is that the Velcro doesn't seem to be affixing itself really at all anymore now that I've opened it twice. My best advice is to line up the 2 pieces of Velcro and sort of squeeze it together, and then it holds a little bit better, but if we look to the side, you'll see it's just barely, if anything. So I'm kind of wishing this one actually had a snap to hold it together as opposed to the Velcro, because it would, you know, close again. And lastly, we have our handful of shoes, which we've already taken a look at. There's not much to say about these, although I will quickly point out that the sneakers are very nicely detailed. These are personally not any sneakers that I would wear. I'm really not a fan of the ones that have such an extreme inward dip towards your ankle. I'm sure they're very useful to many people and well loved, but to me they are not my thing, so I probably won't be using them very much. But of course I will try them on at least today. Alright, so Barbie is back, and now I'm gonna dress her in the suit look. While I'm dressing her, I just want to say I'm really happy I took off my blazer because I would not be able to move. I would be more obstructed than Barbie was before her double jointed elbow worked again. And that's saying something. What? Unfortunately, my doll's pants do not fit her. Now I'm sure if I untuck the t-shirt, they might fit better, so I'm gonna give that a shot. However, I will point out that in the photos, her t-shirt is tucked into her pants. And also, no, they do not fit. And believe me, I've got them pulled up so high, so I can't get them any higher on her waist where it thins at all. It's just, they don't fit. I have no words right now. Ugh. If I take off the underwear, will they fit better? Let's see. Oh, I guess so. All right, what if we tuck her shirt back in? Now it fits again. That is the weirdest thing. Okay, never mind. At least I got them on. If your pants don't fit, just go commando. Have a party, go nuts. And now, the blazer. It's stuck on her thumbs. No, it's stuck on her pinky. It's stuck on her pinky. It's stuck on her pinky. Still stuck on her pinky. Ah! Please stand by. All right, after a minute, a real minute, I'm not even kidding, I have freed her thumb and pinky from the inside liner. Like, I'm not even joking, it was a struggle. In fact, I am experiencing it on this sleeve as well. The thumb is still stuck, so hold on. Oh, I did it. That's exciting. Maybe I learned a thing or two from the last one. Oh, she looks so business ready. Now I kind of wish I had a hat. Now I wish I had a pink blazer. Oh, we can't even see her. Hold on. There we go. Oh wait, she still has no shoes. I gotta stop and laugh for a second while I struggle to put this on, because articulated feet freak me out when you're trying to put shoes on. They just kind of flop all over the place like, why am I here? I'm a dead fish. Okay. So if we stick her on the stand with the waist portion on the outside of her jacket, it's actually squeezing everything together and making a lot of wrinkles. But if we put it underneath her jacket, we don't have that issue. You just gotta make sure that the back doesn't fan out like she's Superman. Now we'll just bend her elbow, cause we can, give her clutch, and she's ready. Although no one really carries a clutch purse like that, do they? No, she doesn't have a strap, so we'll just tuck it under her arm like she's all kinds of business. Yeah. Actually, you know what? No, let's stick her hand in her pocket and then give her clutch. Now she's ready to go. Overall, I do really like this outfit. I am still not a super fan of the sneakers, especially because with these trousers, it looks like she's ready for a flood. I think a pair of black flats would suit her much better. Kind of like this. I honestly think they work together a lot nicer, but for other people, this might be super great. Maybe she's like oh so pink casual. So that's it for this look here. Now I'm just gonna move Barbie out of the way while we open up the second items. Except maybe I should probably pick up her underwear. So here are the two remaining clothing pieces we have. One is a black pleather jacket with a real zipper. Oh my gosh, that is exciting. You know what? It's already in my hand. Let's just check it out first. So the inside is lined and it looks fantastic. That pleather continues over here as well, which I didn't expect it to. And the zipper is in fact real. Is this one real? No, it's fake in that sense. And so is this little pocket here. But other than that, it looks really good. Like I'm not seeing anything out of place. No weird cuts, no strange stitching, that's upside down. And yeah, overall it's just a really nice piece. Next up we have a super tiny and extra thin metallic gold phone with Barbie Style's Instagram page on the screen. It is blurry, but it's there. Which brings us to our very last item, this pale blue chiffon dress. And it is currently on a cardboard form. I'm just gonna fold in those tabs and pull it out from underneath. So this is the dress. It's really light and summery, and based on the pictures, we know that it's about ankle length. For the skirt, we have two different layers of that light blue, but they are different fabrics. Unfortunately, I am not a fabric buff, so I don't really know what it is, so I can't comment on it. But I can tell you that we have an elasticized waist with some ruching or gathering. I really don't know the correct term here, but that continues over the bust and leaves us with a ruffle seam across the top. Lastly, we have some thin straps in the same color as the rest of the dress. And overall, the entire dress looks really nice. The only thing I'm concerned about is that this is very sheer. Like, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but I can definitely see my fingers through there and certainly my pink nails. So I'm not exactly sure how much this is going to cover of Barbie's skin, but there is one certain way we can find out. So let's get her undressed and redressed, and then we can find out what we're working with. One thing's for sure, it's going to be a lot easier to put her dress on than her blazer. Although I'm not sure the same can be said for her jacket. We'll see when we get there. I feel like I'm going to break her legs when I take off her shoes. Ugh, it's very scary because her ankles are popping out. That's not right. Hold on, let's just pop them back in. There we go. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. All right. Okay, so the dress is on, and as I predicted, it is quite sheer in the bust area. So if this is something that bothers you, we could very well leave the t-shirt on underneath. But since I'm gonna be pairing it with the pleather jacket, I'm not gonna bother with the t-shirt right now because it's just gonna add extra bulk. So instead, I'm just gonna slip on these strappy heels. Ooh, so fancy. And give her jacket. I really wish I knew if it would be safe to take off her hands, like LOL dolls. But it doesn't feel like they come out easily, so I guess I'm just gonna have to struggle the good old-fashioned way. On camera, where thousands of people are watching, obviously. Currently, everything about these clothing pieces is great, so if anything goes wrong, it's clearly my own fault. Oh, that went on so easily. Effortless. Barely an inconvenience. Does anybody get that joke? If you do, just let me know down below. That's a really good way to put your clothes on, Barbie. That's exactly how I put my jacket on. Maybe it's how I took it off when I couldn't move my arms. Oh, but it works, so really no one can say anything. Aw, yeah. So I was about to say she is done, but I have to complain because this stand is really not great, like at all. I think, believe it or not, the worst thing in this set is the doll stand. She ends up leaning too much. She just tips forward. Her ankles just went down. Maybe it doesn't even look like it to you guys, but she actually does. And also I can see her bum. I probably should have put her underwear back on. Oops. Don't worry though, they're tucked away safely in her purse. So here is her completed second look. This one just seems like so casual. It's a summer day. Let me borrow your leather jacket because we're dating. I don't know. Maybe not the underwear tucked into the purse. We should get rid of that. There we go. That's better. Also, let's not forget that this looks good both opened, as long as you don't mind a little bit of visual skin. And of course, we can zip the jacket up. Now she looks a little constricted, so I'm not sure if I like it better zipped up or fully exposed or just kind of peeking open like that. But either way, I do think this is my favorite look, except the extreme tilt and lean due to the shoddy stand and whatever is happening to her feet down yonder. I guess yonder doesn't work in this situation, but this is not okay. She just keeps falling because of the stand. It's not high enough for the heels. I didn't even push down on her or anything, and now my heels are wonky. Hopefully I noticed it fast enough that they'll be able to go back into the proper position and set themselves that way. For the price that this cost, honestly, I have to wonder why this shoe is so not good. Like, they're very fragile and delicate, and mixed with my stand, they're not doing so good. So I don't think they're gonna last very long. See that? My stand has a very real lean to it. Maybe if I put the camera up, you guys can see it. Hold on. Maybe not. Maybe you guys can't see anything. But it is definitely leaning forward. She's kind of just always falling forward, which was not very useful to her foot region, you know? That's not okay for me. Now I'm just gonna show you a few other looks, and by a few, I mean 2 other looks that I came up with using the clothing she comes with, along with some outfits that I made myself. While I sum up by saying, overall, I really do like this doll, I was very surprised that there's absolutely nothing wrong with the clothing, except the fact that she cannot wear her trousers at the same time as her panties. And my biggest complaint is the doll stand, but I'm not going to talk about it anymore because I just went on an entire tangent about it. And there you go. What is your favorite look for these dolls? Actually, I can't ask you that question yet. I usually ask you at the end. So let's switch back to me in the chair. Okay guys, that's it for me, and did I forget a button? Yes, I did. Hold on. That's better. Okay guys, that's it for me and for our first look at the Barbie style doll. Overall, I am really impressed with her. I think I like her a lot, especially since I haven't had very many opportunities to get made to move dolls. Either they weren't available in stores and we have to buy online, or they were and scalpers bought them and charge a fortune, because anytime I look them up, they're always online and $60 to $80 a doll. At the end of the day, I'm not paying for that, and although this was really expensive, at least it came with some quality clothing. There is also a comparative price there in relation to other collector dolls that I've been looking for, which don't even come with as much as this one. The price isn't actually that bad, since those ones run from about $100 to $150, and you're just getting a doll. Basically, this is really expensive, but also comparative to other collector dolls, and it still comes with more. Do I make any sense right now? I don't know. Probably not. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. We did go through quite a bit, in depth, up close and personal, and now I want to know your thoughts on things. But first, I need to say, if you know somebody else who would enjoy this video because they are a Barbie collector, then please share this video with them. And if you enjoyed it yourself, then please make sure you remember to comment, like, and subscribe. You can let me know down below what you liked or didn't like about today's video. If you bought the new Barbie style doll, do you plan on collecting the other 3? How much did it cost for you? And do you feel like the price was worth it? And if you say no, but you said yes to wanting to buy the other dolls in this new series, then why are you going to buy them when you decided the price isn't worth it? That I would be interested to know. And now, before I add any more questions or you forgot all the millions I just asked you, I will say goodbye. I can't raise my arms, by the way. Oh, I can't. That's why I'm not holding the doll. She's too far. Can't even reach her. Okay, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!